March 21, 2026. Operation Epic Fury reaches its explosive climax. Deep in the Iranian desert, heavy bunker-busting munitions slam into the mountains surrounding the Natanz nuclear enrichment facility. This complex is the strategic heart of Iran's nuclear program. It houses the infrastructure for enriching uranium-235, the specific isotope of uranium capable of sustaining a nuclear chain reaction and forming the core of a warhead. Hours after the strike, the conflict triggered the first full-scale closure of the Strait of Hormuz in history. 19% of the world's global energy supply was effectively cut off as Iranian forces locked down the waterway. At the press podiums, the official accounts began to diverge. Iran told its citizens there was no radiation leak. Israel claimed it was unaware the strike even happened, and the U.S. reported that Iran's attempt at retaliation caused zero damage. To understand the physical and geopolitical reality of this conflict, we have to look past these three claims and examine the facts being withheld. Iran's official narrative focused on domestic safety. To prevent civilian unrest and mass displacement, state agencies insisted the Natanz facility was completely secure, with zero radiation leakage detected at the surface. These inspectors from the IAEA, the International Atomic Energy Agency, confirmed the off-site data. Automated sensors in the region registered only baseline radiation levels, showing no spike in atmospheric particulates. The lack of radiation isn't a sign the facility survived, it's a byproduct of the munitions used. The GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrator is designed to punch through dozens of feet of reinforced concrete and rock before detonating deep underground. The mountain itself acts as a containment vessel. The U.S. employed a tactic known as sealing. By destroying air filtration systems and access points, the internal hulls collapse. This crushes the centrifuges and releases UF6, or uranium hexafluoride, a gas that becomes highly toxic when it reacts with moisture. The heavy rock and soil above trap the material before it can reach the atmosphere. Iran's safe surface is actually the roof of a neutralized radioactive tomb. The coalition successfully eliminated the enrichment capability while keeping the toxic fallout trapped inside the mountain. While the U.S. took credit, the Israeli military claimed they were unaware of the specific strike on the Natanz facility. Tactically, this is improbable. Allied forces operate through a combined air operations center, where strict deconfliction protocols are required to prevent friendly fire. In a theater where daily sorties are conducted in contested airspace, a strike of this magnitude is coordinated at the highest levels. Furthermore, Israel adheres to the Begin Doctrine. This is an existential mandate to prevent any regional rival from acquiring nuclear weapons. The destruction of Natanz's centrifuges is a primary national security objective for the Israeli state. Denying awareness is a tool of strategic ambiguity. It allows Israel to support the outcome of the campaign while avoiding the immediate retaliatory cycles that follow a direct admission of involvement. Regarding Iran's retaliation, the U.S. reported 2 missiles launched at Diego Garcia were successfully intercepted by an SM-3. The SM-3 is an exo-atmospheric interceptor, meaning it destroys incoming missiles in space before they re-enter the atmosphere. The Aegis missile defense system worked as designed. But look at this satellite image of the remote Diego Garcia atoll. This target sits roughly 4,000 kilometers from the Iranian coast. Prior to this strike, Western intelligence assessed Iran's maximum missile range at 2,000 kilometers. Diego Garcia sits 4,000 kilometers away, doubling the reach of any previously acknowledged Iranian weapon. The regime launched these missiles to demonstrate a newly acquired intermediate-range ballistic missile, or IRBM. These are missiles with a range between 3,000 and 5,500 kilometers. By reaching for Diego Garcia, Tehran showed the world it can now threaten targets deep in the Indian Ocean. The U.S. won the tactical engagement in the sky that night, but by reaching that remote atoll, Iran proved that every naval asset and military base in the Indian Ocean is now within range of an IRBM launch. President Trump utilized the success at Natanz to project a narrative of quick results. He framed the strike as a decisive step that could end the conflict in weeks and avoid a prolonged forever war. This political optimism stands in contrast to the global economic fallout. Following the disruption of the shipping lanes, Brent crude oil surged 60%, reaching $116 a barrel in mid-March. Energy markets were hit even harder. Natural gas prices in Europe doubled, as the closure of the Strait of Hormuz blocked 19% of the global supply of liquefied natural gas, much of it passing through hubs like Rosslaufen. Geopolitical alliances are shifting in response. From the Kremlin in Moscow, Russian leadership condemned the strikes as a violation of international law, signaling a move to deepen their military axis with Tehran. The human toll continues to rise. As of March 21, the conflict has resulted in over 1,300 Iranian deaths, 15 Israeli civilian deaths, and the loss of 13 U.S. military members. Precision bunker busters can surgically neutralize a physical threat deep inside a mountain. But the facts of this conflict show that no weapon is capable of containing the economic and geopolitical shockwaves that follow.